Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. This is the... You guys hear those birds? Anyway, this is a video about a post that I made. I made this post on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and recently I've been really trying to focus on being more efficient, being more effective, and not necessarily like getting more done, but getting more things done that matter, and just reevaluating a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and it's sort of like, how can I make small progressions in certain things in my life? And there are 10 things that I noticed recently. When I say recently, I mean whether it be over the last 6 months or maybe the last even year or so, that I've been really focused on, or decisions that I've made in the last 6 months or 12 months, or even recently in the last couple weeks or so, that I think have drastically changed my life. They've made me happier, they've made me more efficient, they've made me more effective. And so these 10 things, I'm not saying that you have to do any of these. It's just some things some decisions that I've made lately that I think are great things that I've done, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm just going to share them with you, and maybe you may pick up one or two of these. And like I said, this isn't meant to be like prescriptive and like, hey, you need to do these 10 things, or it's nothing like that, or like 10 things that are gonna make you successful. It's nothing like that. It's just 10 decisions that I made recently that I think are really good decisions and beneficial. So here we go. So I wrote them down because I would probably forget half of them as we go through this video, and then I would look like an idiot. So number 1, deleting my Facebook page. The reason being, I realized that I didn't get any value out of it. I wasted a lot of time on it. I would just mindlessly scroll through all of this stuff, and I'm like, I don't care about any of this stuff. It's a lot of it is like people complaining and bitching, and there's a lot of political stuff in there, and I'm like, I got no value from it. So I deleted my Facebook page. That was number 1. Number 2, committing to health and wellness. So I've always been sort of like a yo-yo dieter, gym kind of guy. So I would be really good with my diet, and then I would fall off the wagon, and I would gain the weight back, and then I would go back to the gym, and I'd start working out, I'd be really good, and then I would fall off the wagon again. And I did that for years. I mean, like 10, 12 years. But I really got committed to it, and for the last like 2.5 years, I've been really focused on my diet. I've been really focused on going to the gym. You can't really tell, by looking at me, but it's definitely had an impact on me in terms of how I feel, how I look, the energy that I have, my overall attitude, all of those sorts of things. So really concentrating on my health has been great. Number 3 is taking full ownership of anything that's going on in my life. So whether it be the business isn't going well, or whether it be there's some obstacles or struggles or anything like that, taking full ownership, understanding that I can do something to fix what's going on, and not playing like the blame game or being the victim or anything like that, and just saying, nope, this is my thing, this is my fault, and that's the biggest thing of being like, this is my fault. And especially me, like, I own a couple companies, and if something happens, it's always easy to say, well, this person didn't do their job, or this person didn't do their job. But turning that around and saying, nope, it falls on me because I'm the owner, so it's my fault. Whether they didn't do their job or not, it's my fault. The buck stops with me. But not just with business, just everything in life. Like, if I feel like I'm gaining weight, it's my fault. Like, I'm not playing the victim. I'm not making excuses. Like, no excuses, none. Taking full ownership, taking full accountability for everything that I have going on in my life, both good and bad. Sorry, there's like cars, planes flying over. There's all kinds of stuff. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Okay, it's gone. So full accountability, taking 100% ownership of what's going on. Number 4 is saying no to 99% of the things that are presented to me. Meaning, I get calls all the time where people are like, hey, do you want to help out with this project? Or do you want to maybe work on this other business? Or can you help me with this? Or can we get coffee? Or can we do this? Or can we do that? And getting all of that stuff off the table just so I can focus on the things that I want to focus on, and focus on the things that are important, and eliminating 99% of the other stuff. has allowed me to get a lot more done, be a lot more efficient, a lot more effective, a lot more focused on what it is that I'm trying to accomplish, my goals, and just being more present and all of that, instead of getting pulled in 87 different directions. And a lot of times we just say yes to everything because we think either it's a good opportunity or we're trying to be nice or whatever it is. And even though in the last 2 weeks I had 2 opportunities presented to me and I said no to both of them, and they were both good opportunities, would have made me some money as well, but they would have detracted me from the stuff that I want to do. And I remember reading an interview of Steve Jobs, who said that he was more impressed not by the stuff that they did and the things that they created, but the things that they said no to. So saying no to all of these other things, 99% of the things that are presented to you, opens up the door for you to stay really focused on the 1 or 2 or 3 things that's most important and that's going to move you forward the fastest and most effectively. So number 5 is learning something new every day. So it doesn't matter if it's something small or something major, but trying to learn something new every day. It might be a song, it might be a new thing on the drums, it may be something in business. And whatever it is, trying to learn something new every day by reading, by listening to podcasts, by watching YouTube videos, by learning something, like I said, behind the drums or something like that. But every single day, learning something new. And it doesn't have to be this huge monumental thing. Like, you don't have to learn some crazy math theory or anything. Is that even a thing, a math theory? I don't know. Anyway, but you understand what I'm saying. You don't have to learn calculus in a day or something, but learning one, even if it's something small, learning something new every day. Number 6 is shifting to a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. So the fixed mindset is the idea that what you know now and the type of person you are and the things that you can do now, that's all that you can do. And the growth mindset is understanding that you can always learn, you can always be better, you can always attain the knowledge. If you're trying to figure something out, there's someone out there who's written a book about it or who has done it before, and you can learn whatever it is. So if it's, a skill in business, you can learn that skill. Whether it's a skill in playing drums, you can learn that skill. So going into the growth mindset, instead of saying these people are smarter than me and these people have more resources than me and they've figured something out that I haven't, getting into the mindset of saying, no, the knowledge is out there and I just have to learn it. So growing that skill set or whatever it is, that growth mindset is something that I've been really focused on. The next number 7 is studying real estate. So real estate is hands down by far the number one way to grow personal wealth. And I think it's 98% of millionaires invest in real estate. And it's not necessarily, sure, it's about financial stability and financial gain and all that kind of stuff, but it's also something that I've been interested in, and it's always something that's good knowledge to have, whether it be just if you're buying a house for yourself or you want to get into real estate investing or something like that. This is for me anyway. I'm really happy that I've been studying it. And there's 2 sides of it. So there's real estate investing, which I'm doing a lot of doing. And then also the other side is actually getting my real estate license so that I can understand markets, I understand the legalities and all of that. So the 2 of them, I'm getting a really good skill set that I think that will always serve me now and in the future, and it'll provide a lot of financial upside for my family. So that is number 7. Number 8 is consistently meditating every day. So I've been in and out of, I'll meditate for 2 or 3 weeks consistently every day, and then I get out of the habit, and then I go back and, I don't meditate for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, then I get back into the habit, and then I start meditating again. So getting to a point where I've consistently meditated, I think for the last 3.5 months, every single day, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, no matter what, has helped for a lot of things. It's definitely made me happier. It's made me more, it's calmed me down. It's relieved stress. I've always dealt with anxiety, so it's helped a lot with the anxiety. My anxiety levels are way down. So just something that's really been beneficial for me. Again, maybe that's not something that you want to do. This is just, some things that I've been doing lately. Number 9 has been huge, getting more sleep. I've always been the guy who has run on 5.5 hours of sleep, sometimes 4.5, maybe 6. But now I've been getting more sleep, and I have more energy. I feel better. I'm seeing the results of my gym habits. I'm seeing better results now that I'm getting more sleep. It's giving my body time to recover and rejuvenate itself. And I've always been the guy that's like, you don't need that much sleep. But now I'm consistently getting 7 or 8 hours of sleep, and it's been a complete game changer. So I know that all you hardcore people out there that are like, nah, man, burn the candle at both ends. And once in a while, like if I'm up late, I'll get 5.5 hours of sleep. I'm cool with that, but for the majority of the nights, I'm getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and it's completely changed the way that I feel. And number 10 is focusing on what I can change and not focusing on the things that I cannot change. So I know so many people that spend so much time complaining about things that they can't change. They talk about, there's the president, or they talk about the economy, or they talk about the weather, or they talk about this or that. It's all shit that they can't change, and they spend so much time focused on things that they can't change, and it doesn't make any sense. And I've been guilty of that too, maybe not to that extent, because I'm normally, I like to look at things and see how I can make them better, but just focusing on the things that I can change and saying, okay, here's the problems that I'm having. There's all these external forces and factors that I cannot control. I can't control whether someone buys advertising on my podcast. I can't control whether someone hires my company to do work for them or whatever it is, but I can control how many people listen to the podcast, like how the advertising is, or I'm sorry, the promotion of it and how we're getting it out there, the quality of the content that we're putting out. I can control the quality of the pitch decks that I'm putting together for my company. I can control how much I learn in real estate. I can control how many deals I look at to see which one's a good investment and which one's not. So all of the things that I can control my effort. I can control my attitude. I can control my physical and mental well-being. I can control all of those things. So there's another plane. That was a P-51 Mustang. That's an awesome plane. Anyway, so I can control all of those things, so I want to focus on those. So those are the 10 things. Number 1, delete my Facebook page. 2, committing to health and wellness. 3, taking full ownership of everything I have going on in my life. 4, saying no to 99% of things that are presented to me. 5, learning something new every day. 6, shifting to a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. 7, studying real estate. 8, consistently meditating every day. 9, getting more sleep. And 10, focusing on what I can change and not on what I can't change. Love to hear your thoughts on this, and leave your comments below. Do me a favor, please subscribe. I need some subscribers. I need some comments if you dig this stuff. And until the next video, I'll talk to you soon.